Kaizer Chiefs ran out of luck following their 2-1 defeat to Zamalek in the Caf Confederation Cup tie. Now, going into the tie, Kaizer Chiefs was on the first place, but following their defeat, they are number 3, meaning that they do not qualify for the last 8. Now, going into the game, we saw Kaizer Chiefs start off with a 4 in the back, 3 in the middle as 3 up front. Zamalek as well started with 4-3-3. Now, from the first moment the game started, we saw that Kaizer Chiefs were looking to play the ball directly. From the onset, from the kickoff, the ball was played long into the corner. From that moment, we always knew that Kaizer Chiefs was going to be looking for a second ball to be able to get through to Zamalek. Now, Zamalek put their foot on the ball and were able to assert their dominance on the game, as we saw that they were able to break through Kaizer Chiefs' defense. Now, many times in the beginning of this first half, we saw that every time that the Kaizer Chiefs were defending, the defenders were facing their own poles, meaning that they were out of position, giving Zamalek an opportunity to attack them. Now, also in the beginning of the first half, we saw that Upule Modi was afforded a few opportunities by Zamalek by having an opportunity to run at them. Now, in my understanding of football, number 11, a left winger or a right winger, their main job is to make sure that they attack their left back or the right back. Now, on the occasions that Modi was attacking the defenders, on no occasion was he able to beat a defender. So that in the first half, it happened on 2 occasions. Now, we may say that Kaizer Chiefs started with 3 in the middle, but if you are going to play with 3 in the middle, when you do get a break, you are supposed to make sure that you make use of those chances and at least beat a defender and create an opportunity. But Modi was not able to do that. Now, also for Kaizer Chiefs, the 3 midfielders that they started off with today, it was a flat 3 midfield with Umabue, Undovo, as well as Umadro. Now, if you're going to start with a flat midfield 3, it means that it's going to be very hard for you to get to the last third, as there is no midfielder who is carrying the ball from the midfield joining the last third. That is why in the first half we saw many of the time that when Kaizer Chiefs got the ball, they were not able to get it to anyone, or when the ball was played to the front 3 men, nobody was able to join them and they were always outnumbered, meaning that Zamalek was able to get the ball back. Now, Zamalek did not have to wait too long for Ikoliabo, as we saw that a mistake from Msimango strapping the ball, Zamalek was able to play the ball into space. The ball was played back into the 45 and the ball was converted by Zamalek. Now, also again, if we look at that goal, the Kaizer Chiefs defense, they were out of position. They were pulled out of position because they were not in shape. And I always believe that when defenders are facing their own goals, they were always susceptible to going behind. Going to second half, the Kaizer Chiefs coaches did not really try and take the game to Zamalek, and you would have expected them to take the game to Zamalek, considering that they are behind and that they needed a goal to go through, as well as secure a spot in the last 8. Now, Kaizer Chiefs went 2 goals down after Ebola that was played by Zamalek. The Zamalek players were able to, Umabue lost the ball in the middle of the park, and then after losing the middle of the park, Kaizer Chiefs was a man down with Undovu. The coaches had not replaced Undovu, even though they had seen that Undovu was injured at that time. They had not replaced another midfielder. Mabue lost the ball in the middle of the park after he was outnumbered. And from that, the defense of the Kaizer Chiefs was attacked again, as we saw, I believe number 33 is the Brazilian for Zamalek. He pushed the ball and then hit the ball in the far post. Now, at this point, if Kaizer Chiefs is 2-0 down, you would still expect that the Kaizer Chiefs to come at Zamalek, but the Kaizer Chiefs coaches, rather, they made a like-for-like change, as we saw Umabaso come on, as well as Solomons, instead of attacking out and out attacking players. Now, fortunately for Kaizer Chiefs, they were able to get a goal through a set piece, through a corner from a header from Ulilepo. But again, it emphasizes my point that Kaizer Chiefs, they may be able to score goals through set pieces. But if you are not creating any chances through a build-up play, where you are putting the defense of Zamalek under pressure to make mistakes, those opportunities to score goals will be very limited. Now, Kaizer Chiefs having scored the score being at 2-1 at 75th minute, you would expect that the Kaizer Chiefs would throw the kitchen sink at it, but still they remained with the E4 defenders, even though they were supposed to throw the kitchen sink at it. At that point, I just believe that Zamalek were able to put their foot on the ball. They were able to control the ball and see the game out. On my side, I believe that Zamalek, there was a bit of a class difference. I also believe that the coaches, the Kaizer Chiefs, they got it tactically wrong. And I also believe that the players, the Chiefs, and a lot of them, they were not able to step up and live up to the billing and assist the Chiefs, even though that they were playing away. Because in matches like this, you really require some players who are senior players to step up. Players, even though the coaches do not give you instructions, players who can step up and do what is needed for the team. Now, the Kaizer Chiefs, they are out of the Caf Confederations Cup after the 2-1 defeat, meaning that it is back to the PSL for them. Now, for Kaizer Chiefs, it will be disappointing for the team, but on my side, I do not think it's disappointing, considering throughout the Caf Confederation Cup, they've only been winning through one goal. And if you look at most of the goals that have came, they've come through the other team's mistakes. Now, if you do feel that Kaizer Chiefs had a better performance, or if you do feel that Zamalek totally outclassed the Kaizer Chiefs, please do leave your comments, like the video, and then I will catch you on the next one. Thank you.